Remember when I said that ChatGPT is moving exponentially? I mean, I remember back in November of 2022, like what I knew then and what I know now is very different. And it is almost November of 2024. ChatGPT is changing exponentially. And what I mean by that is I now want to show you an update to ChatGPT. This is OpenAI's website, and what I'm showing in front of you is the way that ChatGPT will look when you're on the interface. You will see two separate windows in the same place. So basically, what that means is you'll have this design over here and then the information and design notes on the right. And there's some things that you want to know. And it's right here in what it's saying. It's a new interface for working with ChatGPT on writing and coding projects that go beyond simple chat. And it continues to say Canvas opens in a separate window, allowing you and ChatGPT to collaborate on the project. That's what's happening here. So it has two separate windows and you'll be able to collaborate. Now, this seems like a lot. As an educator, some of the things that we are really good at is breaking down what is happening in a classroom so we don't feel like we're teaching it all at the same time. It's new to me too. So just know that because ChatGPT is going so fast, we want to go slow with it, but in a fast kind of way. So what that means is we are going to go over and look at ChatGPT and what this new platform looks like since I have access to it. The other thing that you want to know is that it is in beta and you may or may not see it yet, but you can still get access to it by putting ChatGPT Canvas in the prompt. So Canvas was built with GPT 4.0 and can be manually selected in the model picker while in the beta. So starting today, we're rolling out Canvas to GPT or ChatGPT Plus and team users globally. So, like a few days ago, this happened. And then, if you are an enterprise user or an EDU user, so educational system, small school districts, enterprise users might be at a university, like I know UCLA has access to it or will be rolling it out with their students and staff, they will have access pretty quickly. It also explains that it plans to make Canvas available to all GPT free users when it's out of beta. Now, here is what is fantastic. Writing shortcuts will include suggested edits. ChatGPT offers inline suggestions and feedback, adjusts the length and edits the document length to the shorter or to be shorter or longer, changes reading level, adjusts from level kindergarten to graduate school, and add final polish, checks for grammar, clarity, and consistency, and you can add emojis. So let's just look at what this looks like. So here changes the reading level here. So you can go from kindergarten to college. The design notes on the right. You can suggest edits. When you suggest the edits, it will update based on what you've added to it. And you can highlight it and then apply the consideration as well. So we're going to go over to ChatGPT and see what happens. So what I'm finding is when I play with this, if you have maximized your size of your window, the information in it, like zooming in and out, you want to zoom out a little bit because if you want to see the two windows, if you don't have it where you can see both windows, it doesn't really show. And typically when it starts, I have to remind it, use Canvas with two windows because it's giving me good data and I don't want the data to go away, but I do want it to use Canvas two windows. And now you can see that. And I'm also finding that my window over here, for me in here is sometimes in the way. So here's what I want you to see. Let's take a moment and look at this. So we can take this and put it right in the middle so I can see both. What you see on the right are the SBA ELA performance analysis. It's telling me what it's doing, okay? And then this is my chat. So remember, your chat is still there, okay? I can take this and make suggested edits. Like if I click on it, I can hover over my suggested edits here and ask it to update something. And then I can put it in here and click on this and add some suggested edits. Now, I'm not going to do that because I don't need to edit anything, but if I wanted to, I could. The other thing that I could do is I could adjust the length of what came out. I don't want to do that. I could change the reading level. This is huge. In the context of, let's say I want to talk to a group of people about this, maybe even elementary students. Like I want to talk to my students about what the Smarter Balance assessment is about. I could change the reading level to middle and kindergarten. Like it's going kinder, middle school, current reading level, high school, college, graduate school, and so on. Now, I kind of hope and wish that it'll just would put elementary, but kindergarten, whatever. Okay. So we could change that reading level, but we're going to leave it to current. But that's good to know instead of you having to say, put this at a kindergarten level or a third grade level, but that would still actually work. But what I want to show you, and I'm scrolling a little bit so you can see this. It says download CSV files or can you summarize grade level trends? It will give you some suggested prompts. The last time I did this, the suggested prompt actually said, would you like to analyze this for educational partners? Well, it used the word stakeholders, but that's kind of interesting. So can you summarize grade level trends? Let's click on it and see what happens. So now it's giving me more information. The other thing that it did here is it created, it's given me some information here that I noticed, which was a huge enhancement. So still looks like ChatGPT, doesn't feel way different than I thought it would. I thought it was like for coders. No, it's giving you access to coding the way it's kind of like drag and drop when Microsoft Word came about instead of a word processor on a typewriter. It's like HTML when HTML became website drag and drop, except ChatGPT is faster. I mean, it's not even been 2 years and we're able to do this. And I want to take a moment and even just let's just look at this graph, what ChatGPT can do for you. This is the state of California data from the 2022-2023 school year. And it's telling me these are the percentages on the left, my y-axis, and my grades on the x-axis. The profound part is that it's giving me the, this is just for, first of all, it's all of the performance areas. Remember, I showed you that there were 4 performance areas. I told ChatGPT to put all the 4 performance areas in the graph on a line graph. And what it's doing is it's telling me that these are all the students that are above standard. The trend is that reading is here because it's yellow, writing, and sometimes these colors, boy, the older you get. So this right here is the research because it's the darker pink. The orange is this writing, and then listening, the trend is down here. Like, okay, got it. Listening, we have less students in the above area. But here's what I want to show you is that it says switch to interactive. Feels very flowy, like you can do this in Excel or Google Sheets, and it feels like you can see this moving trend. So you can also move this around. You can go, okay, so what's going on here? So it says writing, like I can click on it. Remember, I told you these colors felt a little bit like, woo, real pastel. My eyes don't see it the same way. So 21.63% in 7th grade. That's writing. So let's say I just want to go down the line. Research is here for them, reading and then listening. So that's the trend. But if I go to a different grade, writing, reading, research, and listening. So some things switch there. And we can even go to 8th grade. Like 8th grade shows research first, where remember in 7th grade, research was second, writing, reading, and listening. We can clearly see that listening is there's less students in the above area. Like I'm fully intrigued. And then look, I'm like, these colors are too much. I could change the colors now. Like I'm the things that we can do with data, you can't say that you can't use data to inform what we're doing anymore because it's here. Now I'm going to take it out of interactive mode because notice that I can't really do anything too much to it here other than kind of go over and try to do some stuff. But if I go to interactive, I can move it around. I can talk to a community about this, like the things we can do. So I'm going to minimize this again. Remember, I can drag this here and I can make this bigger. And we can go to the next chart. Let's just, expand it. Like the things that we can do in ChatGPT, this is just magnificent. So now it's the near standard. It's still the same 4 performance areas. And it's clear that there is a big discrepancy with the number of students in the middle band. So we can make it interactive again. But you can clearly see that all the students that were listening was the lowest band for the above. The next amount of students, we have a lot of students that we could move forward into the above standard because that's the next group. There were least amount of students in the above standard. And then we have research, reading, and writing. So writing still, the more of our students are in that writing tier. And then we can, again, you can change the colors if you want. You can download it. You can change the colors before you download it because it becomes a PNG or a picture. And let's come out of that and we'll go to the next one, which this one is, I'm always curious. I'm interested as to why they're putting the key in 3 different places, but maybe to remind me that I'm in a different graph. These are all the students that are in the below performance area. And what's intriguing about this, and let's make it interactive, is that majority of our students, actually writing is, a lot of the students are, in the lowest band, like a higher percentage of the students in the state of California, then reading. Some school districts might have this switched a little bit, then research, and then at the bottom, we have less students in the listening. So even though listening was the lowest, like you can take all 3 of these and put them next to each other, was the lowest in the above standard, we have a lot of them in the middle band, which is a good conversation. So remember, you can do some things with Canvas because you have this drop-down menu and you can choose which area of the models you want to be in. Most of you will have lived here, but now I'm in Canvas. And sometimes you have to put in the prompt that you want to use Canvas, even if you select Canvas, and it puts you in a window like this. And then here I can finish it off and be like, okay, I'm good. I don't need to do anything else. I could add emojis to it and select, enter. I don't want to do that, but you can. You can change the length of what's going on and you can suggest edits. And honestly, I don't want to make any edits to it. But if I wanted to ask it to continue, like there's so many things we can do with this. And I'm going to keep playing with this and work with you so that we can have a conversation, especially when I go live on Saturday morning, about what does this mean for education? If it's been only 2 years and I'm still learning it, is this rapid? Are we leaving a group of educators, students, and the community behind? On December 7th at 9 a.m. Central Time, 7 a.m. Pacific Time, I am doing a 45-minute ChatGPT webinar. And then about 15 minutes of Q&A. I would like you to come, be there. It's complimentary, meaning it's free, and you can come and get access to the recording because I will give it to you. It will be a private YouTube video later, so you won't have access to it if you don't join. But if you do join, you'll have the access to it later, and you can come back and ask me questions and send me information, or you can just come to YouTube to my lives and hear all things ChatGPT, AI, and how to impact education using data to inform instruction. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure you comment. Yes, tell me how you're using ChatGPT. Make sure you subscribe, like, and come back. Tell me what you're doing with ChatGPT. Thank you so much for watching.